Bitcoin is sitting in extreme fear territory again. And if you look at history, every major crash, MTGOX, COVID, FTX crash, had the same thing in common, extreme fear. And today we're even lower than most of these crashes. We were sitting at 5 just a couple of days ago. This indicator was showing 5. Now we've moved to 9 today. But the big question is that a lot of you are asking, is this the bottom or there is another leg down coming? If we look at this chart, during the 2012 crash, the fear index hit around 10. During the MTGOX, around 9. During the 2017-2018 bear market, around 11. COVID crash, again, around 9. FTX collapse, around 12. And now, in 2026, we are at 5. This is one of the lowest fear readings in Bitcoin history. Historically, these levels mark generational buying opportunities. But also, it is important to know that fear can stay for longer periods than all of us expect. I made a members only video here on YouTube and I uploaded that on my Discord as well. I broke down 2 scenarios for Bitcoin in this video. One of them is that we see this as the bottom, the classic fear bottom before the next expansion cycle, if this aligns with the US printing money, the new Fed chair cutting interest rates, or the other option is Bitcoin going further down, and the chances of another drop are not small, but I will not dive deep into this now. It's available in that video. If you want to join Discord or become member here on YouTube, you can see all of those exclusive members content where I actually explain what I'm buying, what I'm selling, what I hold, what is my perspective moving forward, and deeper analysis. Now, if you look at the calendar for this week, the economic calendar, we have important data, non-farm payrolls, inflation data, retail sales, Fed speeches as well, and jobless claims. These events, as you know, they move the dollar, the interest rates, and risk assets. So we will keep our eyes on the inflation data, the payrolls, the retail sales, the Fed speech. We can't ignore all of that. It's an important week for crypto. We'll keep an eye on that. Now, while we see now Bitcoin going sideways around the 70k level, I am bullish on a few projects, and if you want to see again what I'm buying, what I'm selling, feel free to join Discord. You'll find those alerts over there. Why I shared with you the fear and greed index? Because this fear and greed index is a simple rule to follow. When we are in fear, this is the time when you should be buying, and this is how generational wealth is built. Fear is everywhere. People are calling for 10k level Bitcoin. Media says crypto is dead. And smart money is accumulating, and this is what we are seeing right now. So I'm taking advantage and I'm accumulating projects aggressively. One of the projects that I'm extremely bullish on is Kaspa, and someone asked me here on my YouTube under the comments to give a reason to buy and hold Kaspa. I don't give financial advice. You should always do your own research. What I do is I do analysis out loud here. I say which projects I like, which projects I hold, and why. I'm not always right, but I'm trying to be right most of the time. Why I'm bullish on Kaspa? Kaspa has real fundamentals, insane block speed and strong dev activity, and one of the strongest communities in crypto. So we can see Kaspa massively outperforming the whole market, and we can already start seeing that while Bitcoin is going sideways, the rest of the market is down. Kaspa is showing signs of strength because there is huge updates coming up for this project. Everyone is talking about Ethereum scaling, rollups, Solana outages, and modular blockchains. But Kaspa is quietly building something completely different, a modular blockchain architecture built on proof of work. And this could be huge. Basically, they're adding native tokens and programmable apps, but in a way that keeps the base chain ultra fast and simple. Most blockchains, what they do, they put smart contracts directly on layer 1. That makes those chains powerful, but very slow and expensive and centralized. So Kaspa is trying a different approach. Keep layer 1 fast and lightweight, and put heavy apps and computation outside layer 1, and still connect everything securely. This is the new model that Kaspa is building, and that is called vProx. So think of it like sovereign app chains that still use Kaspa security. Instead of one chain doing everything, each app can control its own rules, scale independently, pay only for what it uses. So you get the speed of Solana with this approach, the modularity of Ethereum rollups, but with a unified proof of work base layer. No fragmented layer 2 spaghetti. And that's big for institutions. Why? Because they can build sovereign financial infrastructure without launching their own chain. They can run massive AI or decentralized finance systems with predictable costs. This is the kind of architecture institutions actually want. That's also bullish for developers and builders. It gives builders new design space for DeFi, AI agents, gaming, deepin, unified sequencer without rollup fragmentation, and massive scalability without bloating layer 1. And for developers, new high-level programming language, Silverscript, easier onboarding, less gas wars, and this just lowers the barriers to building on Kaspa. We'll see a lot of people starting to build on this project. What is Kaspa trying to do? Just in one word to simplify it, Kaspa is trying to leapfrog Ethereum's scaling roadmap. And if it works, which I'm sure it will because it has very solid people working on this project, great developers, very bright and brilliant. So if it succeeds with this idea, it can become Bitcoin and Solana and modular rollups in one architecture. That's a massive narrative for the next cycle for 2026 and even long term looking forward. Kaspa isn't just another smart contract upgrade, another layer 1. It's a bet on a completely new blockchain architecture, something extremely new, brilliant idea. So this is one of the reasons why I'm bullish on Kaspa, because I see the long-term potential, I see the team behind it. It was fair launch, means that it doesn't have any VC backing, it doesn't have any institutions in it yet, it's not manipulated, purely driven by retail investors. Has a great community, massive community most importantly, and that is active, not only massive but also very active and active developers. So there is a lot of reasons to actually be bullish on Kaspa. So that's for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.